Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Well, welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just simply check out the description. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Remember that tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule. It's a good idea to keep an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or you know, to come on over and subscribe to the channel so that they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified, okay? Thank you for your like, share, and subscribe. May you utilize these messages for your highest good. There are no other intentions. Ashe, ashe. The message that I have for you today, collective, is you're not interested. Someone could be coming, excuse me for a moment while I adjust things. Someone could be coming very frustrated because you're not interested. It could be causing someone to be baffled, surprised, caught off guard. There could be someone trying to get your attention. Okay, this could be a family, a friend, a relative, a neighbor, a coworker, ex-lover, current lover. I don't know, but someone wants to get your attention, and it's kind of getting on their nerves. They could be telling themselves that you're pretending like you're distracted, or you're pretending as if you don't see them or hear them. This could be a person who's interested in attaching themselves to you. Maybe to be nosy, okay? To be nosy, to be in your business, collective. Or this could be someone who wants to attach themselves to create some kind of conflict. So it can be a negative or a positive. This could also be someone that you no longer deal with, you no longer speak to. Maybe they, because social media is a popular thing, it comes up in every read, but it is what it is in this digital place, okay? They may see you on social media and may all of a sudden want to rekindle maybe a friendship, maybe something romantic, but whatever it is, they want your attention. So what does the collective need to know about this person that wants their attention and is feeling disturbed? They're becoming very upset because they cannot get the collective's attention. This is someone you're not dealing with in your everyday life. They don't have your contact, you don't have yours. And so they're jumping to conclusions and assumptions to control the narrative, to make themselves feel some type of way. But you have moved on, okay? With the Ace of Swords here, this is just clarity. You have moved on. You know who you are, and you're very confident in who you are. You're working on new ideas. You know, you're on a whole nother timeline. You're on a whole nother vibration. And it's not about pretending. It's not about being fake. It's just the free will, the idea that we have free will. And there are some people who hate to accept this, that all humans have free will. And it's quite impossible to force yourself to somewhere that you're not wanted, you know. And if you do try to force yourself and you know that you're not invited and you're not wanted, well, there's repercussions that comes with that. And those repercussions are something that one has to be willing to deal with. Whenever you're trying to force yourself somewhere where you don't fit, okay? And so either way, it looks like you've just moved on. You're doing different things. You're doing better things. And we're supposed to grow and be doing something different each and every day of our lives. And since you've last saw this person, you just have different interests. You have nothing in common with them. And you don't owe it to them to, you're not socially obligated. So you don't owe them anything. You don't owe them an answer where you've been or what's going on. And if this person chooses to take that as a negative or you're being arrogant, oh well, life will keep going on. But they could be trying to get your attention. They could be maybe watching you from a fake account. They could be sending other people to watch your channel. They could also, even if you don't have a channel, maybe you just upload pictures. They could be trolling, leaving rude comments as well. They could maybe be mocking or trying to make fun of what you do or what you post on social media. And see, the things that I'm naming, they're all infantile. So pretty much we see right here, collective, of why you have no communication with this person and why there is no interest. It looks like whomever this is, whether it's family, friend, lover, whomever, that you're not on the same page. The Ace of Swords represents having, new ideas, but also clarity in your life. And so you've moved on and you're working on those new ideas. You're working on your goals and your ambitions. And so the things I just named are all infantile. So this is someone who's very childish and very insecure, and they have a lot of time on their hands, okay? They have a lot of time on their hands. We're all given the same amount of time in a day, and we have free will. Once again, there's that word, to do what we want with our time. And so this person is upset because you are choosing to focus on the coins, focus on, progressing, moving forward, building, creating, living your life, okay, making things happen, okay. Maybe there was a time you would sit on the porch with them and just, have those shoulda, woulda, coulda conversations. And now you're making it happen with the Nine of Pentacles here. This is stability. This is comfort. This is security. So you're working in that energy. That is your vibration. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who is so accomplished that they are able to take a vacation, travel to where they want to go, buy, shop and buy things that they want or they desire, or buy things for their children. You're living your best life. So why would you allow someone who's not of your caliber, or doesn't match your vibe? Why would you, allow them back into your life? I mean, and I'm also picking up that this person really has no reason, but they're becoming frustrated. Okay, this could even be someone at work, someone maybe at the office or wherever you work. Even if you work in a restaurant, hey, it could be someone at the restaurant you work at. I'm picking up someone does housekeeping. Someone could do custodial work. Whatever kind of work you do, someone wants your attention very badly, and you're coming off. They could be calling you nonchalant. As I said earlier, accusing you of being arrogant and stuck up, and it's not that. You're just choosing to do you. And the things that they are accusing you of, these are all false accusations, and these are things that they are zhuzhing up in their head. They're creating a narrative so that they can control the reasons of why they are not being allowed to be a part of your life, your current life. They knew you in the past. They knew who you were in the past, and you're no longer that same person. You have changed. No one gets to this status here without doing any work. No one gets to this status here, who's carrying resentment or anger. This is someone who is healed. This is someone who is not holding resentment. This is someone who is confident. This is one pentacle away from the 10. This is someone who is very business savvy. They're very focused and driven. So when it comes to infantile behavior and, even negative projection, you're not interested in those things. It's not part of who you are. It doesn't resonate with you, okay? And so this person has an energy of entitlement, so they'll just be left with it because I don't see the collective giving this person any kind of their attention, time, or day. You're very busy, you're very occupied, and it's too bad that this person doesn't believe it because you don't need them to believe it. You really don't. Life is going on. If you're at the 9 here, you're one away from the 10. Nothing can stop you. The collective is all the way up, literally. And there's, no one can do anything about it, Sign the divine, okay? Praise to the Most High, okay? So this person could feel stuck at this time. Maybe they're dealing with something that they're not happy about, they're not so pleased about, and they could be feeling stuck, okay? But this is not your energy, this is their energy. They're feeling stuck, not you. And so usually, there are people, there's a large portion of people of when they are experiencing things, rather than handling their business, they feel like if they can connect or attach themselves to someone who looks like they're living the life that they desire, that you could somehow bring them out of their funk, okay? They're in the Eight of Swords, they feel binded, they feel stuck, whatever they're going through. Okay, they could be sad or depressed about something, but you're over here in the 9. So they're looking at you like you're a meal ticket. You're a good catch. I'm going to go over there. Yes, I'm sad. I'm depressed. I'm miserable, but I don't want to do the work. I know. I'm just going to, okay. I've been trolling, social media and I seen, I've been riding through the neighborhood and I've been talking to my friend and I heard, so you look like a meal ticket, So they're like, they could be possibly, if this is a romantic interest of the past, this person may try to reapproach you or maybe try to message you in some way, coming off as if they're interested in taking you out. They miss you, they miss your laughter. Let's just meet up sometime. Trying to give you some kind of persuasive, light signal to intrigue you to connect with them once again. This person has a lot of baggage, this Eight of Swords here. They feel stuck, they feel confined. And what you have over here looks very divine. Okay? So be mindful, okay, of allowing people from your past, especially karmic situations, to re-enter, because if this was someone you had experience with, whether romantic or just a friendship or a coworker, that can also be karmic as well. We can learn lessons from people whom we work with, okay, as well, okay? Family as well. If they are no longer in your life for whatever reason, Spirit is saying there's a reason for that. That means that was a lesson for you to learn from and to respect it and treat it as such. You don't have to communicate and let them know, hey, you are karmic, so I can't let you back in. No, what you're supposed to do is keep working like you're doing because you're one away from 10. Okay? It is none of their business what you are doing. It is none of your business. I'm about to say who you are screwing. I guess I can say that. But it's none of their business what you are doing or what's going on. If you chose to close this cycle in the past, or you both had a mutual understanding, I'm picking up now, then it's okay to let it be. You're not socially obligated to anyone. Okay, so don't feel that way and don't allow no one to make you feel that way, because there are times we are in a good place in our life, and this is for somebody, not everyone, what I'm about to say, but there are times where a person can be in this Nine of Pentacles energy and they're so excited and enthusiastic that they want to share and show someone from their past for whatever reason. It could be a look at me now thing. I'm hot, I'm not a zero. But, as you move forward and when you grow into the knowing of loving thyself and loving your peace of mind, you will learn that is infantile behavior and that is low vibrational as well. You should never come into any area of success in your life and want to reach back to a karmic just to show them, look at me now. If you're in that energy and you feel that way, there's more work to be done. If you're in that energy where you want to show this person of the past, look at my pentacles, look at me now, there's more work for you to do, because that can be dangerous and that can be risky. Desperate people do desperate things. And in the meantime, in between time, none of us know what anyone does once our back is turned to them. That goes for all of us. We don't know what nobody is doing. And in life, people go through different experiences, different emotions. People have different trauma and drama and baggage and things that they are carrying with them that they have not surrendered, that they have not gotten over. There are people holding a lot of resentment. So you don't want to be that type of person who's anxious to show the world, show and tell of what you're doing. And, oh, look at this money I got. Look at this car. Look at this house. You need to be more private and move in silence. This part of this message is for somebody that really needs to hear it. If you are in the energy of feeling, you have to go back to a karmic to show them, look at my pentacles, look what I got, look what I bought. You are risking your well-being. You are really sacrificing yourself, and you could lose all that you worked for. Be mindful of reaching back to show and tell. That's what they do in grade school, right? Look at my bear for show and tell. I bought my bear. He got a real red big bow. I got it for Christmas. Spirit is saying be mindful. Your spirit guides want you to be careful. So there's a situation. Someone needs to hear that, because there's a situation where you want this person to see you as if you can change their mind or perception of you. Whatever happened between the two of you, whether it was romantic or friendship, whatever it was, situationship, that is the past. It is gone, and you can't get it back. You cannot change what happened, but be careful. Be careful. Listen to the way I keep saying that. That's for somebody that needs to hear that. That just came instantly to let somebody know that. Because very few will applaud you or be happy for you. They will pretend and kiki and become upset because they want what you have. And there are some people who are so envious and jealous and insecure, they will go through many lengths to deplete you of what you have and who you are. Especially if they're in the 8 and you're over here in this 9. You're building, you're going up, they feel stuck and stagnant. They can't even picture or imagine themselves in this 9 of Pentacles. Be careful. I just said be careful. You never know what kind of energy attachment a person has. You never know what resentment or iniquity that they're holding in their heart. To hate someone with vigorous passion. A person will smile, pretend like they miss you, and they really want to get even with you. Be careful, collective. Enjoy life. You don't have to be paranoid. But move in silence and come out of the habit of feeling you have to show and tell. Let people think you're broke. I don't care if you're 7, 8 figures. I don't care what. Let them think you broke. Yes, you broke down in the dumps and you have nothing. Let them run with that. Those who have longevity in life and longevity in their success and they're around for the long haul, those are the ones who are resilient. They know how to live. They know how to persevere. They know how to be self-efficient. They are not a chatty patty. They know what to share and what to keep on reserve. You don't need to prove a point to anyone because it could zhuzh up, if that is a word, the wrong energy within this person from the past. This could be a family member, an old neighbor, an old co-worker, an ex-lover, ex-husband, ex-wife, a sibling, a cousin, whoever it is. Sometimes you have to cut the whole family off because they harness this energy. They harness this energy. Sometimes you have to cut the whole tree down and love people from a distance. Not everybody, but there are situations where people have to do that to have a peace of mind. Because the family could be so tainted, so toxic, negative, chaotic, non-supportive, insecure, low vibrational, weak, low, working from their lower region, working from their lower gonads, their lower regions. Oh, the star. This is your energy. So if you're shining bright, you got that 9 of Pentacles. You're the center of attention in any situation. Doesn't have to be on social media. It can be in your church, on the job, in a community. Maybe you're attached to some kind of group. You can be in a motorcycle club, a car club. Okay, it could be anything. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. Okay. But be careful. Downstairs. Be careful. Let them know you are not about to be their fool. It's a new day, a new dawn, and yes, you're feeling good. You're supposed to feel good. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to be afraid to circulate your cash, take your vacation, buy finer things, but you need to be smart. There's a lot of thirsty people. There's a lot of thirsty people, desperate people, and lazy people, hoping that you will be the fool. They have had their time with you. You know, karmic connections are for a reason, but it doesn't mean that you're supposed to stay attached to that person or continue to give them access. When you continue to give them access, you're staying on the karmic wheel and you're creating stagnation. That means nothing moves forward in your life. That means nothing moves forward. So why would anyone want to show anybody anything? And now I'm picking up, that was so long ago, you should be non-interested. So this part of the message must be for someone who wants someone to see them. This is the message. Let people find out about you organically. Yes, here I go. And when I say organically, that means people finding out about your progress, but not from you. Not because you told them about it, not because you're saying, look at me. Don't engage or create in it. Don't engage or indulge in anything or try to build and create with the intentions of, oh, I'm going to prove it to them. No, you should be proving to yourself that you are worthy of living your best life. You should be competing with who you were yesterday, not with people. We have to be mindful of our intentions. We have to make sure our intentions are pure. The reasons why we engage and want to have a prosperous life, whether it's purchasing a house, a car. It could be anything, starting a business, going to school to further your education, getting married, having a baby, doing these things that makes you happy, making you fulfilled. You have to wake up with you, go to sleep with you. You have to deal with you every day. You have to look in the mirror at you every day. When the bills come in on a monthly basis, it's you that have to pay those bills and be responsible and make sure things have to stay afloat. So it would be quite foolish to have intentions that are not pure. If you want to make sure you land on your feet and have a positive outcome, you got to be mindful of why you are indulging in whatever you are building or creating, or it will not last. Your longevity will dissipate. That's not for everybody, but that's for someone who needs to hear it. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like one, just email me and I will hook you up. Bits and pieces of this reading may resonate, but do not force it. But that portion is for who needs to hear it. If I'm saying something that doesn't resonate with you, let it roll off like water. This is not a personal read. But if you're feeling triggered, that's a spiritual nudge. That's an area of something that needs to be addressed. That is between you and the divine, you and source, you and your higher self, or you or the Christ within. To take time and tap into that and figure out what that is. Why is it that I feel triggered? Why do I feel this way? Why do I take things so personal? Why do I not like hearing about healing and progressing? Why does it bother me? That's personal. That has nothing to do with this read. Take what resonates for you. And that is for who needs to hear it. I pick up on your energy. I don't have to know you. I pick up on it. All that in the back of your head. All that running through your mind. Okay? And I ain't even got my Nikes on. And so these two cards I have, is, and I'm going to hold them at the same time. It's all about maintaining and balance. Everything that I've been speaking about, right? And look at the last two cards. You got the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. If both of these cards ain't talking about balance, the word balance don't start with a B. It's all about you maintaining. So that's why I was being told to repeat certain things to you, especially about reaching back, wanting someone from the past to applaud you or see you, thinking it's going to change their ideal of you, or think you're getting even, or it's going to shift your ego and make you feel some kind of way. No. It's like setting yourself up for a trap. It's like giving a person a blueprint to come take everything you got. It's like raising your hand like, hey, set me up. Me over here. Me over here. I'm giving you all the instructions. Me. I'll tell you all my business. Me. But that comes with growth. In order to be able to take, I don't want to say constructive criticism, but yeah, in order to be able to listen to constructive criticism or being able to hear about different topics of progress, not just with tarot, in church, a motivational speaker, a school teacher, a family member, anyone can inspire you or say something positive. It does take time, and nobody is perfect. None of us are. It takes time to get to that level in your life where you're not upset or you become disturbed and oh, I'm gonna unsubscribe. I don't like the way they talk. Doesn't matter. No one can stop what God has for me. But I'm just using that as a great example. It takes time to get there. It does. And it takes work to not become so easily soggy or savvy, or upset or disturbed, when you hear about people talking about topics that you feel may trigger you. But that word trigger is a spiritual nudge. And I'm raining on that word so much is because you hear that so much. You hear people talking about that topic, or they'll put in their title. This may trigger you. Well, that's if it triggers you, that's a message from the divine saying let's do the work. Not let's forget it. We're not talking about forget it. No one's telling you to forget anything. But there is a way to actually surrender whatever pain or hurts you are carrying. Not forget. There is a way to surrender it so that you don't feel like you're stagnant, so that you don't feel like you are stuck. That's what the Eight of Swords is. And you don't want to feel like you are in a situation that you cannot get out of, because change is possible for everyone. Change is possible. It may take time, but it is possible. Oh, yeah. I'm a firm believer in that. I've seen it happen. And I'm pretty sure you have too. You've seen people make changes in their life, whether you know them or don't know them. But it takes a while, once like I said, to get to that level of maturity of not becoming so upset and angry. And no one is saying nothing wrong. But you're being triggered because that is source, that is divine. That is your ancestors saying, baby, sweetheart, we need to work on this right here. Because your ancestors doesn't want you moving through life being sad and depressed. Once they transition and they make it to the other side, in whatever realm they may reside in, they learn lessons, they learn things about life, and the way that we measure, the way that we humans on planet Earth measure life, the way we think about life, is not the way the ancestors operate. Not the benevolent ones. They don't operate that way. And hopefully you're connecting with your benevolent ones. But you have free will. That's a whole nother video. You can connect with whoever you want to connect with. Okay? Just if I ever show up to your crib, let me know. Let me know. Say, hey, I'm connecting with everybody. And I'll be like, I ain't coming up in there, dog. But yeah. Yeah, they don't operate out of that space, And they are with you. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. All are welcome on this channel. Our ancestors are with us. They're just a call away. Literally. I stand on that. I don't believe it. I know it. Yeah, you should kick it with yours. You should kick it with your ancestors. You should do some offering, some veneration. Yeah, you should. All day long. Yeah. Every day if you can. Only take a couple seconds. I mean, what do you think is more valuable? The spiritual or the physical? What do you think is more powerful? Which one you think holds more power? But you're doing well and someone is disturbed. They want your attention. And it's like if they can't get your attention, they're ready to go through all lengths. And collective, this could be someone who could shock you. I mean, shock you and blow your mind like, I just know this person ain't trying to. And basically, I'm saying this is somebody who could possibly have took you through the ringer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and really have it in their head, in their mental capacity, that they could have you, or they could be with you, or be in your life. And see, that within itself says that there's some work need to be done with that person. I mean, I thought Mr. Turtle was slow. I thought Mr. Turtle was slow, but if someone that has took you through all, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Everybody's story is different, but I'm pretty sure there's some people watching who's been through some ish with some folks. It's that person, and they may have not contacted you, but they've been trying to. They've been hearing about you through word of mouth, in the community, on your job, in the church, on social media. You may have a friend in common who still stays in contact with somebody that knows that person. Y'all know how gossip and talk go. You know, pss, 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 collective doing good. I seen them. They so and so. They yeah so and so. Yeah, they different. Nah, they different. What you mean they different? They ain't about nothing. That's fake. Watch this. Watch this, dog. That's fake. No, it's not fake. Change is real and change is possible. And nobody has to prove anything to you. The collective is past that point. I don't see the collective giving you access. Cross Watcher, I don't see them giving you access. The collective is past that point of having to prove a point to anyone. You know, the way that this person is thinking, you know, you may have been in that mindset maybe a long time ago, but currently, it ain't happening. It ain't happening, dog. It ain't happening. And it's not fake. What you see is what you get with the collective. And if you keep trying to come their way and you know you are being denied access, what you don't see will be what you get. Message. Their spirit team ain't playing with you or anybody else. You've had your time with them. That cycle is closed. And you're trying to force yourself where you are not wanted. Spirit sees that and is not being appreciated. When someone is in their purpose and they're doing the work, the healing, when I say the work, the healing, the improving their life. We're not talking about just aesthetics. Aesthetics on the outside is part of it. Okay? Some of you have lost some weight. Some of you men are in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are looking good on the outside, but I'm talking about doing the work because it's continuous. It's a journey. The healing process is a forever thing. And it gets better and better the more forward you move. So that's why I keep letting the cross watcher know. Because there's a couple of them on here. They may not want to admit it. They can be in denial, but they are welcome also. They're not turning back for that reason. They're constantly healing. And the more they heal, I don't have a flower over here, they learn more and more about themselves. It's like pulling back petals or leaves of yourself. You begin to blossom and open up. And as you learn about yourself, your desires in life change. You know, what you wanted back then, you don't want right now. The things and places you would go, you wouldn't go right now. And they're supposed to change. They're working on self-awareness. They're establishing themselves. They cannot be swayed. My collective in this read cannot be swayed. Except for that message I just gave about that person. That's for one or two of you watching who want to reach back to some karmic to show them what you got going on. Don't do that. I don't know if you want to pull up to their house or show up to a shindig or a party that they at. Don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't none of their business. Yes, you're doing good. Yes, you look good. You're beautiful. You're handsome. That car is dope. Your house is dope. Your family beautiful. But look, leave that karmic alone. Leave them where they are. Because the moment you reconnect, you're saying, I have not learned enough. I'm ready to repeat. You're pressing the repeat button. That's all. That you just and you're magnetizing repeated energy. Break up to make up. On key, okay. Off key. What's the words? That's a game for food. Okay? That's what that energy be. That song is so karmic-y. If that is a word. That song is so karmic-y. That back and forth action. Letting somebody come and go and come and go and come and go. That means you constantly telling the universe, I haven't learned, I'm back. I haven't learned, I'm back. And they're like, okay, make it rain on them. They ain't learned. They keep coming back. Oh, we've been through so much together. We've been together 15, 20 years. And we've been through so much, probably cheated on me 50 times. But they're like, oh, okay. He gonna keep on cheating on you. He gonna keep on lying to you. She gonna keep on doing this. Yeah. And they make it rain on you. Straight up. The universe will make it rain because you're sending out the signal you're not done. Every time you reach back into a karmic situation, that's what it is. And it just got through raining too. They make it rain. It just got through raining. I'm telling you. Whew, baby. Sell on. Sell on the smoother waters. Enjoy life. Enjoy life, collectors. Enjoy life. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're at in life. Nobody's life is perfect. Maybe you're working on building and creating. Maybe you're working towards this Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you're almost there. Whatever you are doing, whatever changes you have made, stay with it. Do something you haven't done before, which is stay with it. You know how we start a diet plan and say, oh, that diet don't work, It's just like we'll buy some hair color and be like, oh, I don't like that hair dye. It don't work. It didn't take. We didn't even let it sit long enough. That kind of stuff, Oh, that don't work. I ain't buying that. We didn't give it a chance to work. So when it comes to you progressing in life and making sure that you ascend to the higher depths of your soul, bet on you. Do something that you've never done. Don't ever give up on you. I don't care what it looks like. Good days, bad days, broke days, weekdays, whatever you call it. A rainy day, a sunny day. Don't ever give up on you. Nothing stays the same forever. Nothing. Mm-mm. And then you give up, and then ish is gonna happen. Ish is gonna happen. Life gonna be life, and the world gonna be whirling. But in between time, in the meantime, don't ever give up on you. I don't care if people is laughing at you, gossiping about you. I wouldn't care. Let them. Just keep working and see what that gets you. Never give up on you. Maybe you want to start a YouTube page or a podcast, or it could be anything. Maybe you're on X, maybe you're on Instagram, maybe you're on Facebook, okay? Bitter Twitter. It's called X now, or whatever. The tube in you. Maybe you're frustrated because you don't have enough subscribers. And maybe you're like, that ain't nothing. Don't give up on you. You have to keep going. Spend less time complaining about stuff and spend more time working towards what you want. Don't complain about it. Just keep building and working. That's the best thing a person could ever give themselves. I don't care how much money you got, what your connections is. Whatever you're working on that you like doing, that is part, especially if it's part of your purpose or something that's in your heart that you love doing. Okay, I don't care if it's telling jokes. Maybe it is a comedian watching. Hey, you. Post your material. Build. Create. Do you. Keep going. Take a break and come back to it. Take a break and come back to it. Don't ever give up on it. Ever. And while we're speaking about that, there's someone who is getting frustrated because they can't have your attention because they are used to you. You're on this boat. This is going to smoother, calmer waters. There is someone, collective, who is used to you talking about, fantasizing. Maybe you shared your ideas with people over time in life, which it happens, and then we grow older and we learn not to share our ideas. But there is someone who is used to you. Excuse me, that felt good. Sharing your plans, sharing your business, telling them what you're going to do, and then maybe you change your mind and never start that project or never go register for that class. You keep saying, I'm going to get it next semester. And you're saying you're going to get it next semester. It's full. because you didn't get up and go register the first time. You could have been took that class and got accepted into the program. That's what somebody's, that just came out of nowhere. Yeah. But there's somebody who's used to you talking about being on this boat, moving to smoother and calmer waters. They're not used to seeing you on the boat. And the difference is people are seeing you on the boat, collective. At the beginning, it looked like nothing. They were talking about you, making fun of you and projecting, throwing negative energy, but they're seeing that you're staying focused. They're seeing there's somebody watching somebody be consistently focused, and they're expanding and they're growing. And it doesn't matter, because Mr. Turtle will tell you, slow and steady does win the race. And he got two on his back. And he's still shaking and moving. Look at his foot. Look at his foot. There is someone who's used to you talking about it and not being about it. And in this season, you're about it because now you're on the boat. So life is more peaceful. Moving on to Six of Swords represents moving on to calmer, peaceful situation. Having more harmony and cohesiveness in your life, more order and balance. And you're no longer talking about it. They're actually witnessing it. And it's stirring up demons inside of people. It's creating chaos. But it's doing it in a wonderful way, because you are the catalyst of change for them. A lot of us have that gift of being the catalyst of change, which I've spoken about several times on this channel. But you have that gift. Your progress is creating the chaos within them. It's making them confused. They don't know which way to go. They can't believe what they see. They can't help but to call you arrogant. They can't help but to call you fake. They can't help but to bring up old-ish. That's the past and no longer exists. But the same person that they're trying to slander and gossip and talk about, they want to reconnect. They want to say, how you doing? They want to reconnect. You're the same person that they're missing. A star doesn't shine unless it has your attention. That's how celebrities are made, but I don't need to mention. Keep shining bright and keep your glow. This is about you. This is about you. This is about you. They want that light. They want that energy. They want the aura. They want to vamp your energy. Your presence is being missed. Your absence is being felt. They miss you and they can feel your absence. It is creating, it is stirring up hysteria. I forgot the rest of the words. Hysteria. Okay? You stirring up some demons inside these people. It's creating chaos. It's causing them to, they don't know which way. They don't know. It's like the lights are flickering. They looking for the switch because they want to stop the flickering. They like, we just want the light. We just want to be around the collective. We just want to know what they doing. This is the same person who we tried for many, many years. We were hoping to see them in this Eight of Swords, but they've escaped it. Oh, what is it? We were hoping that they remained there. They escaped it. It looks like you turned around and you possibly just walked right out. You see, there's an opening right here. There's 8 swords in front of this person. So it looks like you turned your back and you just walked away. Self-preservation. You chose you. And this is what happens over time. Whether you're world renowned, hood renowned, group renowned, work renowned, this is what happens over time. Got that glow? You got that glow? Yes. And it's been so long. Now there's chatter about how are you doing this? And these could be people who claim to be so spiritual. So spiritual. These could be people who attend the cathedral every Sunday, every hula day, every anniversary. They claim to be so spiritually, so connected. They have a strong belief system, but they want to know, how did you make it out of the Eight of Swords? The nerve of people, the nerve. Think about that. Let that marinate. The This could be family members. May belong to 2 or 3 cathedrals that they go to in rotation. Could Bible thump all day long with their eyes closed. Quote those verses. But they want to know, how did you make it? And you must be fake or phony. How, Sway? So you mean to tell me you the only one that believe in a higher power? Come on now. That ain't even making sense. And I don't think it'll bring you $1 either. I know it won't bring you $1. That ain't making sense. Omnipresence, omnipotent. You the only one that can believe? What you trying to say, Sway? You're the only person that's loved? You're the only person that can change? You're the only person that can be successful? They mad, collective, they want your attention. I'm hearing holidays are passing up and you're not showing up, collective. Okay, somebody is saying they do not celebrate holidays. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How you doing? And you have a right to that. And you don't even have to tell nobody that. So this could be family, this could be friends. Maybe they're used to you showing up on the hula days, you know, to join the pagan ritual with them. You won't join. This is getting deep. It's just getting deep. Woo. 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 They want you to be confused, but you're just not. See how you're looking in one direction with the swords down? They want you to be confused, but you're just not. You're like, no, I know where I want to go, and I'm looking in the direction that I'm going, and that's where I'm going. Is the boat ready yet? Is the boat ready yet? Change is possible for anybody. Progress is possible for anybody. Like, that's what I'm picking up. If there's somebody, this could be a family or friend, who claim to be so spiritual, but they want to, oh, it must be something wrong with the collective. They must be pretending, or they're hiding something. Ain't nobody pretending or hiding. The collective just don't want to be bothered with your ashtray. Let me watch my mouth. The collective don't want to be bothered with your ashtray. It's a no smoking zone. Metaphorically speaking. The collective just don't want to be bothered, and you have to accept that, cross watcher. Yes, it has been a long time. It has been a long time. They have been waiting and waiting, but they have been connecting. They have been doing the work. See, they're used to you returning, and the difference is you're not returning. You've moved on, and it's like it's being finalized, collective. It's being finalized. And while you were in that hangman position, you have the high priestess here. Knows what to share, what not to share. Okay? Very wise, very intuitive. They're still waiting. They're hoping. These people, they don't care how long it's been. And it's not a funny thing, but I'm just communicating. They're hoping and waiting. It's not happening. The cycle is closed. And be mindful of trying to come for the collective. And the cycle is closed. Sheesh. You can't stop what God got for the collective. Can't nobody stop that. Sheesh. That over here. That over here. You can't stop that. Go find what make your toes curl and go that way. Enough. Because I'm picking up these people have done a lot of nefarious deeds towards you. And you did not retaliate against none of these people. You just chose to separate yourself. And also forgive what was done to you. Forgive. But just because you forgive doesn't mean that you forget, and doesn't mean that you go back to mingling with these people, having mimosas and martinis. And no, that doesn't mean that you're going to allow them back into your life, but you have moved on and you chose to surrender that. Whatever pain was left on your spirit, whatever negative energy was or has or is still being projected onto you, you left all that behind. So I don't see the collective returning, and you've never even gotten an apology from no one. No one. So there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of people who don't have access to you. That's too bad. They ain't supposed to. They brought that on themselves. There's really nothing to be talked about, and these people know it. Spirit is saying the best thing they can do is admit it and let it go and move on. Who's going to return to being mistreated? Who's going to return to thieves, crooks, people who have stolen from them, taken from them? And just because the collective has not addressed it or stepped to you, you think that they don't know about it. Who's going to step to someone, allow someone back in their life who has been handsy with them in inappropriate ways? Yes, all that. Who's going to allow a parental figure into their life and their parental figure allowed these things to occur, even as a minor? Who? Not the collective. So we're closing out with the Chariot energy. And this energy here is information and news coming in that it is final, that the collective will not be returned into the burn, will not be returned to this karmic situation. They are well aware of, in order to keep improving and moving forward, that the journey continues of progress, of pouring into themselves, of making sure that they continue to shine bright. This doesn't have to be a literal celebrity in the industry. It could be. If you're watching, hey you, okay? But the star card is symbology of many different lifestyles, okay? It doesn't always have to be about materialism or the blue cheese. It could be, okay? This is a frequency. This is a vibration. This could also be a mindset, okay? This comes from doing the work on the inside, and then it reflects to the outside. And it starts to reflect so bright. It's like, riding down the street, you got to grab the sun visor. You're like, ooh, the sun is bright today. Matter of fact, where's my shades? Did I bring my shades? The collective they know who they are. They know their worth. And there's not a person, place, or thing that can define their worth. They're coming to the understanding to rely more on the spiritual than the physical, and enjoying their life, the life that they are given. Being grateful, being thankful, and making the best of it, but having the opportunity to have that peace. Because if you don't have peace, as I say in a lot of my readings, you have nothing at all. There are folks with a lot of money, honey, and they have no peace. And they are miserable. As a matter of fact, they will tell you they're miserable. These folks will tell you, like, hey, you have no idea. You're entitled to your peace, collective, and it looks like you've got it. This has just been a spiritual message. There's no reason to fear or feed the fears. We don't operate out of that space over here. That's false, evidence appearing real. But this is just a spiritual notification that your spirit guides and the divine is aware of what's taking place in your life, of those who are sending negative energy your way, of those who are trying to plan, plot, and strategize and becoming upset because they can't have access. They will continue to feel that way. They are, they're part of the script, okay? But you're doing wonderful. Keep up the fantastic work. These people of your past have nothing new to say. Their conversation is old. Their energy is old, and they have nothing new to say. And I'm also picking up. They're all doing the same thing, whatever that means to you. Now that may be different for everyone watching, but Spirit is saying they're all doing the same thing. Whatever that is, that could be many things. So I guess you know what that is. They're all doing the same thing. They have nothing new to say. Yeah. Okay. Later.